Welcome to Ocarina of Time, a game you've probably seen like a million times by now, but you know what? Whatever. I feel like doing it. It's a legendary game, obviously, but I mean that's why you've probably seen a million people do it. You've probably played it a million times. You've probably seen everyone you follow on YouTube talk about it or do a let's play of it, and I guess I'm not going to be any different. But you know, I'm a big Zelda fan, so it's basically inevitable. I'll just let the rest of this title screen sequence play out because it is good. Let me adjust my microphone cable there. Hopefully that doesn't make any noise. Man, you will not believe the amount of setup I've had to do to figure this out. Because my microphone died, and then I realized like, oh, the headset I went back to is stupid and will have the game audio playing in what the microphone is picking up, no matter how quiet I set it to my ears. It's ridiculous. So I had to make sure it doesn't do that. Oh no, this is spoilers. Oh, I gotta skip that. Oh no. I love that song though. Try not to say that too much, because obviously I will be saying that a lot, because this game does have a fantastic soundtrack, as everyone says. And I am no different. Not unique. Trying to say not unique, and then I kept defaulting back to no different. It's like, no, I want to say not unique. Speaking of being not unique, I just like to name Link Link, because I don't find silly names funny, so I'm going to take it seriously. In the vast, deep forest of Hyrule. Long have I served as the guardian spirit. I am known as the Deku Tree. As a kid, I always read that as DQ, because I was stupid and didn't know Japanese pronunciation. The children of the forest, the Kokiri, live here with me. I need some water. Oh, I can't. Each Kokiri has his or her own guardian fairy. Jeez, I thought it was going to be easy to read and I'm already messing up. However, there is one boy who does not have a fairy. My audio input capture, the little bars that move, that tell me when I'm speaking. They were acting up there, even though I was being quiet, so hopefully that's not crazy. Navi. Navi, where art thou? Come hither. Oh, Navi the fairy, in blue words. Listen to my words, the words of the Deku Tree. Dost thou sense it? The climate of evil descending upon this realm. Malevolent forces, even now, are mustering to attack our land of Hyrule. For so long, the Kokiri Forest, the source of life, has stood as a barrier, deterring outsiders and maintaining the order of the world. But, before this tremendous evil power, even my power is as nothing. It seems the time has come for the boy without a fairy to begin his journey. The youth whose destiny it is to lead Hyrule to the path of justice and truth. Navi, go now! Find our young friend and guide him to me. I do not have much time left. Fly, Navi, fly! The fate of the forest, nay, the world, depends upon thee. Whoa, it's all in 3D! It's the Nintendo 64! That's really what this scene is all about. It's like, hey, look at this! It's 3D! But also, it kind of serves to be like, Navi doesn't know where Link lives, and neither do we as a player. So, this gives us a nice preview of the area to come. The starting area. She bonks her head on the gate, the fence, and then she finds the right house. Hello, Link. Wake up. The Great Deku Tree wants to talk to you. Link, get up. Hey, come on! Could Hyrule's destiny really depend on such a lazy boy? Well, you better get used to it, Navi, because that's Link in basically every game. He's always asleep at the start, he always has to be woken up. Such a lazy guy. You finally woke up. I'm Navi the Fairy. That time your name, just Navi, was in red, not the Fairy. They left that part is not important anymore. The Great Deku Tree asked me to be your partner from now on. Nice to meet you. Why do you wait so long? The Great Deku Tree has summoned you. So let's get going, right now. Okay. We'll get going. Now, you want to know something crazy? That you probably already know this. See if I can find it. No, there's no... Oh, there it is. You see this? You see this building? The interior? It's all 2D. It's a texture. For the longest time, I did not know that. Because it's so well done. I can't believe it. You know, in contrast to, like, Final Fantasy VII, which does the exact same thing, and to me, looks way worse. But anyway, let's not get to ragging on other games during this game. That's not what this is about. Yahoo! Hi, Link! Who says Yahoo? What? Wow, a fairy! Yeah, I know, it's like, everyone in this town has one, but you've never seen one before, it's crazy. Finally, a fairy came to you, Link. Wow, that's great news, I'm so happy for you. Now you're true Kokiri, Link. Is that right? The Deku Tree has summoned you. Oh, you see what's happening right there? Link spoke. We don't get to hear it because, you know, why would we? He's the self-insert, but he does talk. It's a misconception. He's not mute. He says things to people. It's quite an honor to talk to the Great Deku Tree. I'll wait for you here. Get going. Go see the Great Deku Tree. It's kind of like how in Dishonored 1, Corvo doesn't talk, but you do have instances where he has to, you know, contextually, he has to have spoken. So anyway, the Deku Tree's over here. But this guy's in the way. This Mido guy. Thinks he's the boss, so I guess he is. That's right. He is the boss, that's right. Hey you, Mr. No Fairy. What's your business with Great Deku Tree? He summoned me, that's my business. Without a fairy, you're not even a real man. I have a fairy. What? You got a fairy? Say what? Great Deku Tree actually summoned you? Yeah, see? Link talks. He's basically saying what I'm saying. What? Why would he summon you and not the Great Mido? But this isn't funny. I don't believe it. You aren't even fully equipped yet. Well, neither are you. How do you think you're gonna help the Great Deku Tree without both a sword and shield ready? What? You're right, I don't have my equipment ready, but if you want to pass through here, you should at least equip a sword and shield. Sheesh! Sheesh yourself, Mido. No one likes you! I can't say that. There's probably people who like Mido. What's the sign say? Oh, Deku Tree's Mido. So I'm going to try to play this game like you don't know what's going on. Because in case you don't know what's going on, I think it'd be fun to, you know... Of course, I'm stammering over my thoughts here. I want to play this, you know, not automatically knowing where to go, even though I do. Because I think that'd be fun to look at how the game leads you along and how you're supposed to know the things you probably already know and have muscle memorized. The Great Deku Tree has summoned you. Please come with me. Navi, weren't you paying attention? Mido won't let me. So what we gotta do is we gotta find some money for a shield at the shop. Because, you know, if you spend enough time looking around, you'll find the shield in the shop. And we gotta find the sword. You run around in the grass, you get some money, sometimes. What's this say? Forest Training Center, don't recklessly cut signs. Read them carefully. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. Thrust attack signs. That sign over there said don't attack signs. But you're saying thrust attack them? Cut grass with your sword. I mean, it's tutorials, I'm not gonna read them all out because you probably know how to play. Hole of Z. Let's go through the small hole. That's a weird sign. Stand in front of the hole with and when enter, yeah, okay, pay attention to what the action icon says. What about this sign? Does this say pick up rocks? Switch targeting. Oh, okay. This also talks about the different forms of targeting, which I don't know if people ever talk about that. So it defaults to switch, I believe, which is what the sign was talking about. But I have already changed it to hold. So it's nice and, under my control. And then if I let go and then quickly press again, it'll switch targets. So it's nice. I don't know why that's not the default, because it's the superior option. In fact, I think there's even a somewhere in the game it says, like, yeah, real players switch to hold. Oh, here a boulder. Stop for the okay. When you want to face inconvenient, if you wouldn't hold this, it's very head along sideways to turn. It's funny. Navi gives you that same tutorial later on, but yeah, saying strafe with Z to be able to see. I'm walking into walls. When do I not walk into walls? Get stuck on stuff. But yeah, this is one of those games that does not have camera control, so you gotta use Z to refocus the camera. Which is good that they figure that out here with the first 3D Zelda game, because there are some Zelda games built on consoles that don't have enough buttons or thumbsticks to have camera control, so that's what they do. Anyway, the Kokiri sword and equipment screen selected with the cursor on press with the A. This is a treasure to the Kokiri, but you can borrow it for a while. Be sure to practice with it before you really fight. Okay. Ah, my button's reset. I remapped my buttons a bit so I could have things quickly, but they reset. Might as well save. I'll wait for the boulder. And then we go. It's made a nice path in the ground. You ever think about how weird it is that there's just a spot in Kokiri Forest where there's a boulder infinitely rolling around? It is pretty weird when you think about it. Is the boulder alive? Is this part of the life that they were talking about Kokiri Forest being all about? The Guardian 2 or something like that? I don't know. No one knows. Who would know? It's just a boulder put there for game design purposes. That was another reason why I wanted to do this Let's Play, is because I like the game design aspects of the game. As I'm sure a lot of people do. I'm probably not the first person to Let's Play this game specifically with the intent of pointing out game design elements. But what I would like to do, a little bit more specifically, is talk about things that randomizers can teach you about this game, about how it works and such. So whenever that's... pretty much whenever it comes to mind, because it's not like I have a list of topics I'm going to go over, that I'll point them out. And none are coming to mind right now, but that's fine. I'm thinking about, like, music randomizers where you leave your house and the Kokiri Forest theme is something funny, like the final boss theme, which it was the first time I saw a music randomizer. It's really funny because I was trying to roll and you came all the way up here. You're a real man. I guess that makes you a real woman too. Look, isn't this view pretty? Change your viewpoint with C so you can look around the forest with thumbstick. Okay. It is a pretty nice forest. Looks even nicer on the 3DS remake, but okay. Yeah, it's like, it's Kokiri Forest and the music's all happy, and then you put on a music randomizer and it gives you the final boss theme. It's like, ah, scary forest! What am I doing? He won't let me through without a shield. I guess I can see what he says about the fact that I have a sword now. Hey, you like this sword? If you want to pass through here, you should at least equip sword and shield. Sheesh. Okay. That's my favorite Pokemon game. Pokemon Sheesh. Prerequisite for a Zelda game? The NPC who's up in a high place and tells you to Z-target them to talk to them from a distance. I don't know why they keep doing that. I don't know why they think that's important. It never is. Hi, Link, look this way. Look over here with a Z and talk to me with A. Okay. Yes, that's how you use a fairy. It's so great that you finally have a fairy partner. I'll teach you how to talk to people using your fairy. You just did. When a fairy flies near a person or thing, press Z to look in that direction. If you use Z targeting, you can talk to people from a distance, like we're doing now. Well, you don't say. When you have nothing that you can target, you can press Z to just look for it. Try it. Well, I can't, because I'm still in your range. Yeah. Excuse me, jeez. Go in the shop, and again, it's a 2D image, and it doesn't look that way to me. It just looks like a 3D place. There's rupees back there, by the way. I know that's another thing I didn't know for the longest time. Yeah, it's just this place just looks like a place, but with low-res textures. So there's the shield, but it's 40 rupees. We're 5 short. Actually, we're short in a lot of ways, like height as well, also range, because our sword is basically a dagger. There's gotta be 5 rupees around here somewhere that I'm forgetting to get. Oh yeah, Mido's house. I think this is Mido's house. House of the Great Mido, boss of the Kokiri. Yeah, that's the point. That's the part where they say he's the boss. His house sign. Or maybe he just has a big ego. Hey, by the stone, pick it up. Hey, by the stone, pick it up. Mean old Mido made me pick up the rocks in front of his house. Here, let me help. Let me help. Let me help. Okay, I'm not gonna do them all. I'll drop 1 rupee. But if we go inside Mido's house, you may know of this from randomizers. There's 4 chests in here. In a randomizer, this is a pretty exciting place to find. But in this game, like it's in this version of Ocarina of Time, you know, the vanilla version, it's not as exciting. Just 1 rupee, 5 rupees. I think this is another 5. It's almost like I played this game a million times or something. And a recovery heart. Your life energy is recovered. But, you know, you can't really fault this game for all the things it tries to teach you right away, because first 3D Zelda game. Alright, now let's go buy that shield. Welcome. You know, I always thought that this Kokiri looked a little older than the rest. Or maybe he's just, you know, an adult but short, but he has to be a Kokiri to be around here. We sell shields, but not swords. Well, okay. But you sell arrows, but not bows? You suck at your job, man. You got a Deku Shield. Switch to equipment subscreen and select the shield. Press A to equip it. Press R to crouch and defend it. Defend. I thought the if was it. If you press R while Z targeting, you can move while defending. Would you like to buy something else? No. I only got 7 rupees. Can I even afford anything else? Yeah, let's put that on right now. And there we go. Now we're ready to go see the Deku Tree. Ow. Jeez. You know, something I never understood. Why is this called attack? You think that's a mistranslation or something? Anyway, it was just something that popped in my head because I was looking at the button. If you want to see the Deku Tree, you should at least equip a sword and shield. Eh? What's that? Oh, you have a Deku Shield. Now what's that? Is that the Kokiri sword? Well, it's actually more like a dagger, but good grief! Well, even with all that stuff, a wimp's still a wimp, huh? I suppose that's true. I, the Great Mido, will never accept you as one of us. Shoot! How did you get to be the favorite of Sari and the Great Deku Tree? Huh? Get out of the way. Here we go down the path. And then, first battle! Ah! We get some sticks from the guy we killed. From the Deku Baba we killed. Oh, skip the stick tutorial. It's fine. You just equip it. You use it. It's a stick. We'll talk about those later. Because there's a cutscene. Good Deku Tree. I'm back. Oh, Navi. Thou hast returned. Link, welcome. Listen carefully to what I, the Great Deku Tree, am about to tell thee. I guess that's where Mido gets it from. Oh, he didn't call himself the Great Deku Tree. He just said the Deku Tree. Never mind. Forget my joke. I can't read. Why am I playing this? I'm reading everything out. Thy slumber these past moons must have been restless and full of nightmares. Yeah, I had one just last night. As the servants of evil gain strength, a vile climate pervades the land and causes nightmares to those sensitive to it. Verily, thou hast felt it. Link, the time has come to test thy courage. I have been cursed. I need you to break the curse with your wisdom and courage. Actually, I only have one of those. Does thou have courage enough to undertake this task? See, I can't read. Even simple sentence. Whatever. Then enter, brave Link, and thou too, Navi. Navi the fairy, thou must aid Link. And Link, when Navi speaks, use C to listen well to her words of wisdom. Oh, I guess Navi's who we get the wisdom from. In we go! Slowly. Link's brisk run speed is fine. Almost there. There we go. See, it only took 7 minutes. And we're inside the Deku Tree. The first dungeon, if you didn't know. I'm just gonna stop saying that. I'm just gonna keep talking like you don't know. Just in case you don't know. There is another Deku Baba, but this one's different. I mean, it's still a Deku Baba, but... And this is something I love about Navi. Most people hate Navi, but I kind of like Navi because of this. She gives you information on the enemies. You get to get their name and a little bit of strategy about them. Hit it when it lunges at you, and it will stand up. It will stand upright. Cut it quickly to get a Deku Stick. And there we go, Deku Stick, just like she said. Look, Link. 2 looks and then a Link. It's like you're making a pattern, but then Link breaks the pattern. It's weird. You can see down below this web using C. And it's inverted look controls for some reason, but yeah, you can see down there. It's pretty cool. Pretty 3D. Got a nice jump attack in there for double damage. And speaking of double damage, let's look at those Deku Sticks. We got 5 of them by now. I'll just put them on C like they tell you to in the tutorial that I skipped. And they're usually used for bringing fire from one torch to another, but you can actually attack with them. And they do apparently twice the amount of damage as your sword. Oh, I killed him with enough health damage and he dropped a nut instead of a stick. You got a Deku on, it's up to you. Quit it. Set it to C and try throwing it. It will flash and stun the enemy. So yeah, speedrunners and people who are impatient like to use these to do basically 4 times your sword damage, because jump attack does two times the damage, and the Deku Stick does 2 times the damage, so you double jump attack with the Deku Stick, and there you go, 4 times damage. Pretty simple mathematics. Look at this wall. The vines are growing on it, give it a rough surface. Maybe you can climb it, Link. This seems like some pretty good logic right there. Except we got these spiders called Skulltulas in the way. Ow! Also, the chest right. Open the chest! Come on! Can't believe it. What's inside? Hopefully not homicide. It's the map. And you press start to view it, or you can see it over there in the corner, or you can turn it off. Woo! It uses all 3 shoulder buttons. Wow! Anyway. But actually, another thing I didn't know about this game for the longest time. You can basically play red light, green light with the Skulltulas to be able to climb past them without killing them. But I'm not going to do that because that's not the way they intend for you to do this. Actually, does Navi tell you about that? Be careful not to touch it. Wait, whoa, huh? Skulltula? That's not right. It's supposed to be Skulltulas, I'm pretty sure. Whatever. Skulltula. So let's go through the door, which you can open by standing in front of it and pressing A. Did you know that? Pay attention to what the action icon says. That's the blue icon at the top of the screen. Again, a new game, new style, concepts that we may be very familiar with nowadays. Excuse me. But they had to teach you back then. Just like reflecting a nut with your shield. Actually, does Navi tell you that? It will hide in the grass if you get too close to it, bounce the nuts off. It spits. Okay, so she kind of tells you that, but she doesn't say use your shield. Ow, ow, ow. Forgive me, Master. If I give you a clue, will you let me go? Please don't call me Master. That has connotations I don't appreciate. 2 different kinds of connotations, and don't read into either. When you jump off a high cliff, if you hold the stick forward, you will roll on the ground when you land, and won't get hurt from the fall. I can't guarantee it will work, though, if the cliff is really, really high. Why do you laugh? Well, try it if you're feeling bold. In the 3DS remake of this, they actually kind of broke Link looking around when something happens. So when you complete this room, he'll kind of just spin in place. It's pretty funny. Open the other door with A. And then we step on this platform. And then it falls! Oh no! Why do I keep stopping to put my sword away? Like, stop breaking the pace of the video, man. Anyway, we got another chest and what's inside, and there could possibly be the slingshot. Specifically, the fairy slingshot. Equip it! That's what the blurb always says. I don't... Press C to take it out and hold it. As you hold C, you can aim with it. That's not right. You don't hold it. You press A to or press C to toggle it. And move, aim with the stick. Release C to release the stick or C. If you want to shoot right away, when you press first C, hold down a little longer, get a seed ready. Again, the tutorial is a little weird to me. I'll also put these on. Yeah, so there you go. First person mode. You can aim a nut at the ladder. I guess I should have seen what Abby has to say about that, but whatever. I can't help but also notice these vines over here lead to another chest. A smaller chest. Recovery heart. I kind of needed that. That was nice. So yeah, one thing people do, speedrunners, I guess, it is a speedrun tactic, I believe, is they will skip that platform and climb up the vines that are right there instead. And then they don't have to shoot the ladder down because they can use the platform to get out. So let's go back to that wall with the skull wall chillas. And we shoot them with our new slingshot. It can be a little tricky to aim because there's no reticle, but you know, you roughly do the center of the slingshot and you should be good. I've always wanted a slingshot because of this game, and I never got one. And I live in New Jersey now where they're illegal. You got Deku seeds, these small hard seeds. These are small hard seeds that you can use as bullets for your slingshot. Bullets? In a Zelda game? No. I guess the word bullet means more than just bullet. So, whatever. So we can climb up these vines peacefully with no walls, spiders. And there we go. And now we're up here. But what is up here? Who knows? I should turn my map back on. I believe that little divot there is a door. Yeah, right over there. Step inside. See the devil and I. Probably, maybe. No, but there's a floor switch. I was gonna say wall switch. What's wrong with you? We could skip that second platform to get over to this treasure chest. And inside, I will take a drink of water while I open this. It's the compass! It is interesting to think of how quickly they give you the map and compass in this first dungeon to get you familiar with the concept of a map and a compass. So there you go. Now we got the map, we got the compass, so we can see treasure chests. We can see our own position. Well, I guess not on this screen. And there we go. Should make things a little bit easier for me to help. Should help make things easier for me to explain. If we use a Deku on this guy, he gets stunned. And apparently not enough to die from stabbing him directly in the neck. Oh well. So let's hit that floor switch. Actually, wait. Yeah, there's a guy in the way. Get out of the way, guy. Come down here. Skullchilla! Its soft belly is its weak point. So we will jump attack and kill it right away. I guess we could also smack it with a Deku stick. Because, you know, that's what you do with spiders. You find a big stick. You find the biggest stick you can possibly find. And you smash it. You don't just hit it, you smash it. Can you tell I'm arachnophobic? Hey, look at this guy. He's all shiny. Ow! He drops a token. You destroyed a gold Skullchilla. You got a token proving you destroyed it. Now I can prove to all my friends that I killed a spider. They will be so proud of me. No recovery heart. Also kind of needed that, so you know, decent timing in there, I guess. And I think there's actually a Deku Baba around here. Maybe it was over by the chest, yeah. Now, in situations like this where they lock you into the room and they expect you to light a torch, I'm doing the wrong thing, but you know what, I'll come over here and show it anyway since I just froze the platforms. They have these guys show up. The specific version of the Deku Baba that I guess are kind of dried out and will always give you Deku Sticks. And that's because you need Deku Sticks to get out. So they will have this guy here, infinitely respawning, so you don't get soft blocked. It's just a nice little thoughtful piece of game design they did there. What's the torch say? Watch out! It's a torch! Looks like that torch was burning not too long ago. And I guess opening the door put it out? It's weird. Yep, this is the Deku Stick's primary purpose when you're not a speedrunner. It's just lighting torches. If you let it burn too long, it will go out. So you want to be sure to put it away. Here's another Walchula. Kill it right away with the Deku Stick, because why not? You know, I never really use them. And that's the solution to the puzzle. Jump off a cliff. Who would have thought? Let's get rid of this guy. Oop, nope. Come on. Get my buttons mixed up. Okay, there we go. Deku Nut, that's nice. I'd rather have nuts than sticks, honestly, I think. But now, something you may notice is that this switch has a different symbol on it than what you might be used to, or you know, might have in your version of the game if you have like the 3DS version or something, or basically any re-release of this. Yeah, it's a symbol they change. I guess that's really all I can say about it is that it's I think they just chose that symbol because it looked cool, and then they realized, oops, it looks like an Islamic symbol. Or maybe they found that the Islamic symbol and didn't know it was Islamic, and they decided, hey, that looks cool, we'll use it. And then they found out later. So yeah, that's something they changed, because Nintendo, I don't know if you know this, Nintendo has a policy of not having religious references in their games, which is weird, because I'm pretty sure in the first Zelda game, when I was looking around for a poster I might have, I don't have one. I thought I did. Link from the first game has a cross on his shield, and they never changed that. So, you know, what do you know about that? Hey, look, there's another gold Skulltula there. Climb up and get that token. So that's 3 now, I think. If I can count. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Okay. So there's... yeah, there's that block there, but we can't get it. I think there's a glitch you can do to get up there without it. But I'm not... for one thing, I don't know that glitch. And for two, I don't want to do it that way. So what you actually got to do is you got to take this torch, or this Deku Stick, and you got to come over here and burn this web. It's good that they lock you in that room before to teach you how Deku Sticks work. And then here they have this situation where you can't progress until you realize, oh yeah, that's right, I have the ability to move fire. Why don't I try burning this web? Please forgive me, Master. Don't call me Master. I'll never do it again. You spare me, I'll teach you something cool. You will never beat my brothers up ahead unless you punish them in the proper order. That's weirdly specific. The order is 2, 3, 1. 23 is number 1. Do you think I'm a traitor? Maybe? I don't know. Your life was in danger, or at least as you thought. Excuse me. I don't know what to think of that guy. I'm not gonna dwell on it. Let's go through this door. Actually, how do you expect you to know to shoot the eyeball with your back? Maybe you could have targeted it and I ruined it. Soiled it! After you get into the water, if you hold down A, you can dive. I bet there's some interesting things underwater. Well, you know, there are a lot of weird creatures under the ocean. That, you know, we still haven't explored most of the ocean on Earth. So there's probably some pretty cool, crazy things down there. Still yet to be discovered. There's a little weird tangent there. But, you know, you get my point. The ocean is weird. So, you know, maybe Navi's right. You find things under there. I forget if you actually have to duck with your shield, but I like to do that anyway, just in case. So, you know, I don't want to have to redo a puzzle. Why am I using Deku Stick? I don't gotta do that again. It's not like it matters how I do it. Man, these guys return in actually several games, but the version of them and Majora's Mask is so obnoxious. Stand next to this block and grab hold of it with A. While holding A, you can push or pull it. With the force? Oh no, just, okay. If you stand next to the block and press A while pushing the thumbstick towards the block, you can climb on top of it. Pay attention to what the action icon says. Wow, I knew what she was going to say before she typed it all out. It's like she's repeating herself or something. Whoop, camera's going through the wall. Didn't mean to do it, but oh well, it happened. Honestly, I don't know if that's something that would normally happen or if that's just an emulation bug, but okay. Yeah, I am emulating this because I don't have a way to capture pretty much any of the original versions I have. Unless I want to find a Wii that I have that still has a working disk drive and put my collector's edition version in there. Which I don't want to do that. So you know what, this is just easier. And it's okay because I have like 5 different copies of this game. You know, people like to make fun of Bethesda for re-releasing Skyrim, but Nintendo has literally put Ocarina of Time on every console that can run Ocarina of Time. So don't forget about that. You know. Also, Street Fighter 2 has been re-released like a billion times by Capcom. So Bethesda's not the only one. You know, you ever see that anniversary collection of Street Fighter games for the Switch? Half of them are Street Fighter 2. I am not even kidding. Oh, that's the thing we can't do yet, which is weird that they put that here, because you might see that and it's like, oh, what's this? Or maybe you would just see that and see a dirt wall. But I've played this game before, so I know that's not just a dirt wall. It's not just a boulder! It's babies falling from the ceiling! What are these things called anyway? Go, my larva. Look out when it gets ready to pounce. Stop hurting yourself when you're trying to go to stab someone. It's like the range on this is really short or something. So we're gonna burn that web. Man, my brain is like slowing down right now. But I gotta keep the commentary going or else this is just a boring Ocarina of Time Let's Play that no one will watch because it's boring. And another Let's Play of Ocarina of Time. Crawling through this hole. I was gonna say, this is a mechanic that they've never brought back. Actually, surprisingly, yes, they have. Which is, you know, you wouldn't think crawling through holes would be such a mainstay mechanic, but apparently it is. Just load up on Deku Sticks, why not? And push this block to have a nice shortcut back. Actually, I wonder, if you push this block, save, and then die, does the block stay pushed? I would imagine it would, because that's how the game handles memory, I assume. You know, once you push this block, there's no going back. It stays here forever. And I will save, just in case. Because I am actually being pretty reckless. I have half my health right now. Oh, that's right, you do have to do that anyway, so it's not just a shortcut back. It's also a shortcut back to this torch that allows you to take this fire and burn the spider web. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I was just doing that so my Deku Stick didn't burn. Just like the web. There we go, full health again. So here's the brothers the guy was talking about. Brothers, a tale of 3 scrubs. Come on. 2. Does Navi have anything special to say? No, just Deku Scrub. 3. Whoa. Come on. There's actually a harder version of Ocarina of Time that they've put in some re-releases. You know, like the GameCube one that came with Wind Waker as I think it was a pre-order bonus. And Ocarina of Time 3D. I'll get back to that train of thought. How did you know our secret? How irritating. Yeah, your brother's a traitor, apparently. Or so he thinks, or asks. It's so annoying that I'm going to reveal the secret of Queen Goma to you! Okay. In order to administer the coup de grace to Queen Goma, strike with your sword while she's stunned. Oh, Queenie. Sorry about that. You're kind of an idiot, you know that? So yeah, Master Quests. Included in the summary releases of this game. They changed up the code here, and that's actually one I don't have memorized. But, you know, 23's number 1 is pretty set in stone in my brain. And Ocarina of Time 3D reverses Master Quest. So not only is the code different, but it's also mirrored, so it's hard to tell where 1 even starts. And that really screws me up, man. It really messes with me. That part, you wouldn't think it would be so much harder to get past in the in Master Quest, but it is. So this is the boss chamber. Do you hear something? Man, that's probably so irritating to watch to anyone who actually knows this fight, which is like probably everyone watching this. Well, at least it's not a spider. Parasitic armored arachnid, Goma. It looks pretty sick though. You ever think about how cool Goma actually looks in this game? That's pretty cool. The speedrunners can beat this in like 3 seconds using Deku sticks, but I'm not gonna do that. I want to give this fight the justice it deserves. I mean, I guess, you know, beaten in 3 seconds isn't necessarily wronging the game, but, you know, this game is so well crafted, it's like, why not show off how it's supposed to go, you know? So, if you smash these eggs before they hatch, you don't have to deal with the hatchlings. So that's pretty nice. Where are you? Whoa! Ready a nut. Actually, does Navi tell you when a parasitic monster is inside the Deku Tree? Its eye is vulnerable when it's red. Okay, so she does tell you that, if you don't figure it out. It's kind of like the original game, where you would shoot Goma in the eye with the bow, except it's a slingshot, because you don't get a bow. Or I guess I should say, don't got a bow. You want to come down from there? I think actually, yeah, her eye will turn red before she babies. And I was too slow. Babies. But you could shoot them with a seed. Help speed up the process of killing them. You want to come down now? Thank you. Hold. Hold. Okay. Why is the camera rotating around her? That's weird. I don't think it does that anywhere else in the game. Stop running away up the wall. How very spider-like of you. Okay, let's try to get her this time. There. And there we go. First boss defeated. Was Goma ever actually a boss in the original Legend of Zelda? I'm not sure that it was. I shall drink water on your corpse while it burns. Because why use the water to put out your fire when I can drink it? Heart container. Your maximum life energy is increased by 1 heart. Your life energy will be totally filled. Okay. I didn't realize they specify when you pick one up, you get healed. But yeah, that does happen. So I guess they do feel the need to tell you that. Pardon my sniffling. My nose feels a little funky. Well done, Link. He's so surprised that I won that he dropped his jaw. His mouth is still agape. Thou hast verily demonstrated thy courage. I knew that thou wouldst be able to carry out my wishes. Now I have yet more to tell ye. Wouldst thou listen? Okay. Excuse me. Sorry for being over an important cousin. Now listen carefully. A wicked man of the desert cast this dreadful curse upon me. Apparently, I guess Link is imagining the man from his dreams while the Deku Tree is telling this story. This evil man ceaselessly uses his vile sorceress powers in his search for the sacred realm that is connected to Hyrule. Why does he want the sacred realm? For it is in that sacred realm that one of we'll find the divine relic, the Triforce, which contains the essence of the gods. Oh, okay, they explain literally next text box. Okay. When I was younger, I always thought that fire was him burning the Deku tree, but that's not accurate. Before time began, before spirits and life existed, three golden goddesses descended upon the chaos that was Hyrule. Din, the goddess of power. Nehru, the goddess of wisdom. Ferore, the goddess of courage, whose name varies in pronunciation between people. I go with Ferore, because Japanese pronunciation. Although I can't get the R's quite right, but I haven't had enough practice. Din. With her strong, flaming arms, she cultivated the land and created the Red Earth. Nehru poured her wisdom into the earth and gave the spirit of law to the world. Ferore, with her rich soul, produced all life forms who would uphold the law. The three great goddesses, their labors completed, departed for the heavens. And golden sacred triangles remained at the point where the goddesses left the world. Since then, the sacred triangles have become the basis of our world's providence. And the resting place of the triangles has become the sacred realm. I don't think that origin story's canon anymore, sadly. Thou must never allow the desert man in black armor to lay his hands on the sacred Triforce. Thou must never suffer that man, with his evil heart, to enter the sacred realm of legend. That evil man who cast the death curse upon me and sapped my power. Odd choice to use the word sap when you're a tree, but okay. Because of that curse, my end is nigh. Though your valiant efforts to break the curse were successful, I was doomed before you started. Yes, I will pass away soon, but do not grieve for me. I've been able to tell you of these important matters. This is Hyrule's final hope. Link, go now to Hyrule Castle. There thou wilt surely meet the Princess of Destiny. Take this stone with you, the stone that man wanted so much that he cast the curse on me. And apparently he couldn't find it. He wasn't magical enough to find it. Tell me how that works. Or don't. You don't have to. No one needs to explain. Things don't always need to be explained, as metachlorians will tell you. You got the Kokiri Emerald. This is the spiritual stone of the forest, now entrusted to you by the great Deku Tree. The future depends upon thee, Link. Thou art courageous. Navi the Fairy, help Link to carry out my will. I entreat ye, Navi. Goodbye. Let's go to Hyrule Castle, Link. Goodbye, great Deku Tree. What are you doing facing this way, Mido? Hey, Link, what'd you do? The great Deku Tree, did he die? How could you do a thing like that? It's all your fault. I tried to help. You don't even know. Wow, this episode ended up longer than I meant for it to. But, you know, let's get all the tutorial stuff out of the way in one video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.